Right, so Charlie, now today we've got three topics. First one is, I want to ask you, what was the baptism of fire from your past experience?
For me, I would say the experience of my high school entrance exam is the most impressive one. When I studied junior high, I studied hard and I studied pretty well. For sure, lots of people, like my teachers, my parents, my relatives, including me myself, they all expected me to get a nice grade and apply for a nice school. However, eventually, I failed. There was still a nice grade, but not as good as I used to. So, as a result, I went to a school I never heard before, and it was far away from my home.
Right, okay. So that was your choice or your parents' choice?
That was my choice, because they just told me in that time that we can choose the school we want to apply, like the first, second, third, and I just choose to write those schools in that list, and finally I went to that school.
Right. So the second question is, how did you regard yourself?
At the first very beginning, I think I consider it as the biggest failure in my whole life then, because I thought I let everyone down. I let myself down. But after a few months, those kind of bad feeling doesn't solve anything. It doesn't help. So I changed my bad mood. I converted it to the positive power to make me to face the problem and solve it and then move on.
Right. Okay. My last question is, was it a stepping stone that made you more perseverant and ambitious?
Absolutely. Just like I mentioned, I changed the way to look at those failures. In my high school, I entered a gifted class that all of my classmates have the talent with the science or math. And to be honest, I didn't have one. Or more precisely, I could say I'm not that good in those subjects. So of course, I was the worst in the first year in my high school. I think for the most students, there will be a huge depressing thing to them. But for me, compared to the experience that I just had in the high school entrance exam, there was nothing. So I just keep studying hard and keep my academic performance, or even try my best to improve it. And after 3 years, I think I made it because I applied to the school that I dreamed it. All I want to say is, if without that failure, there wouldn't be any processing like that. And I probably can't get a nice grade at that time. So I would say it is that failure to make me become a better person, a better student, because that made me can face the problem more maturely.
Right, okay. So thank you very much, Charlie.